All right, here we are, game 2, Vega Squadron Suicide Team, and get right into this draft. Take a look, Bounty Hunter Tiny here for Vega Squadron, as well as Shadow Shaman Nyx here for Suicide Team. So 4-5 picked up for Suicide Team, 4 and Undershock's Hero picked up for the side of Vega Squadron. So that is going to be a mid-tiny. Suicide Team 4-5, Shadow Shaman 5, Nyx 4. The bands are as follows: Night Stalker, Bane, Doom, Razor, Phantom Lancer, followed up by Clockwork, Witch Doctor, Tusk, Lifestealer, and Tinker.
5 seconds remaining.
So get into this draft. They've got some lockdown here for Suicide Team. I can see like an SF coming out for them. For mid. Pudge! Okay, that is going to throw Nyx into the off lane. Or maybe Pudge mid, but I don't exactly think so. And then Disruptor picked up for Vega Squadron, which is always the combination. Usually when a Bounty Hunter gets picked up, you can use that track with the glimpse to have that vision to pull back these heroes and find your pickoffs.
10 seconds.
So
5 seconds remaining.
now Suicide Team with another pick. I don't know if I exactly like the lack of damage, but the control is surely there for Suicide Team. They need some very heavy damage to come out from the rest of these heroes coming up, which is their mid and their safe laner most likely. So let's see what they've got in store next for us. As Tiny is locked down for Vega, they've got the kinetic field to work with Glimpse. Track gold going their way with the way they were farming earlier. Death Prophet mid. So Nyx definitely off lane. Pudge 4, Shadow Shaman 5. Terrorblade picked up for Vega Squadron. Okay. So that's Palantimos' hero, and I think I've seen him play Terrorblade in the past, and it was quite nice.
10 seconds.
So it'll be nice to see
5 seconds remaining.
how Palantimos does on this Terrorblade. Now you've got mid-tiny, safe lane Terrorblade. You need an off-laner for the side of Vega Squadron. Omni Knight's still available. Got Bat Rider available, Tide Hunter available.
Dire's ban now. Seconds. 5 seconds remaining.
So just waiting for this last ban to come out. Enchantress banned out again, as Blizzy was on that Enchantress last game and did quite a good job, but of course had that space opened up thanks in part to Palantimos and his Medusa. And we'll see if the Terrorblade is something similar, because it's a hero that can farm just as fast.
10 seconds.
Especially with enough space made.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to pick.
Brood. Wow. Okay. So Brood and Terrorblade on the same team. The push is within Vega. I wouldn't be surprised to see heavy push, heavy farm. You get 6 quick on Bounty Hunter. All of a sudden,
10 seconds.
Vega could just fly away with this game.
5 seconds remaining.
Last pick from Suicide Team. Comes out to be, okay, gyrocopter again for not BZZ this time. So, LFT gyro safe lane, BZZ mid with Death Prophet, Van Score on the Pudge, Shatchelo off lane with the Nyx, Yol back on the Shadow Shaman, Blizzy with the Broodmother, Palantimos, Terrorblade, Undershock, Tiny Zayak on the Bounty Hunter, and Sioma on the Disruptor. So, just, I mean, the lockdown is not crazy for Vega this game, whereas the lockdown for Suicide Team is way more. But last game, too, they didn't really need to have that kind of lockdown. So they were just able to farm up their cores, and they ended up really just continuing to push on forward, take these fights, and they had the Medusa, Palantimos on the Medusa, farming a crazy amount. We'll see if it's something similar this time around.
Prepare for battle.
LFT is going to be in that safe lane. They got 4 heroes heading over bottom. Same can be said right now for Vega Squadron. See maybe a level 1 Metamorphosis picked up by Terrorblade, and in a fight where maybe they don't have enough stuns, I don't know if it'll work out their way, but they really do need, I would say, a little bit of lockdown here for the side of Vega to work with. So do we see like a Rod of Atos pick up, possibly on the Brood? Or I just don't. At least they're hoping.
30 seconds to battle.
At least they're hoping to not need that kind of lockdown.
We're clear for running. A gift from the temple.
No aggression from either side. Just bounty runes picked up 2 apiece for right now. There actually ends up being 3-1. Shatchel gets 2. Thought it was going to be 2 for 2. Let's see how these lanes kind of come out. They're going for BZZ very quickly. They've actually thrown Palantimos mid with this Terrorblade. Safe, or okay, off lane Undershock, safe lane Blizzy. They've really changed up these lanes. And then let's take a look. A Bounty Hunter here with Sioma, with Palantimos, who did go to that Metamorphosis first. If they find a kinetic field, they will definitely be able to get a kill here, I'd say, on BZZ, and that's exactly what happens. But the Shackles come out, save his life. Now they look over at Yol. He's trying to run away, and nobody dies. So, nobody dies on the side of Suicide Team. And all of a sudden, Vega Squadron, they've popped Metamorphosis. They got to use this just to farm. It'll be down for 155 seconds. They don't end up getting a kill with it. And as I say, that Van score going to get very low. He's going to try and run away. Oh, very close to going down as well. So over top, LFT putting the off lane against Blizzy, which was the matchup that they want. They want the Brood against the Gyrocopter. Yol's here as well. with the Ether Shock to try and kill off these Spiderlings. And then they've thrown Shatchel here against the Tiny, but I don't know how much that's going to work out for them. And he does have Impale as well as the Spike Carapace, but I feel like you might want to go the route of Mana Burn on to this Tiny. Avalanche comes out. Nothing doing. Meanwhile, over top, they've got the Gyro locked in. These Spiderlings doing a lot of damage. Brood gets first blood. Now looks over at Yul. This could be a problem. We've got Vanscore finally here. The damage is not enough. Vanscore hit up once as well. First blood here for Blizzy on this Brood. Another one of those offlaners that can kind of take over the game. Over bottom, undershot. Zayak just getting the kill. With that kill over top, you've got Brood getting fed up a little bit. Palantimos over mid, just trying to farm up as best he can. Of course, the Terrorblade with farm is always disgusting, and I always say this, and if you've listened to me before, you've heard it 100 times before, a Terrorblade behind is never a Terrorblade dead, but always has an opportunity to come back 5, 10, 15,000 net worth down. Now with Undershock having a kill, he's level 4, one level ahead of this Gyrocopter for right now. He's working on level 5, about halfway through level 4. Compare the Terrorblade, level 3, to the Death Prophet, also level 3. But here come the rotations. From Vega Squadron, this could be a problem. They want to just find Yul. There's the Janata to start it off. They have the kinetic field that... Well, let Undershock come in, get the toss, get the kill. There it is, a third one for the side of Vega. And it's already a 1,000 net worth lead just 4 minutes in. So I was kind of nervous about the lack of lockdown here for Vega Squadron, but with how strong they are early, they might just be able to snowball and plow through this team seemingly with ease. I mean, look at Blizzy, already level 5, about to hit level 6. That's just dirty, and they're coming over mid. Radiant gets the scan on them, but BZZ still not backing off. A kinetic field to lead the way will probably be the way to go for this. That's exactly what they're going to do. BZZ, Metamorphosis is going to be used. Zayak for just a moment, takes the tower aggression. BZZ very low. Thunderstrike comes out. Metamorphosis not going in just yet. Yul coming around maybe to look for the Bounty Hunter, but they won't find the kill at all. Disruptor just getting away. Back, Rocket Barrage, Creeps eating the bulk of that. Here comes the Bounty Hunter. Avalanche thrown out, as well as the toss under the tower with the Janata. This should be easy, and they will get the kill now, 4-0 in favor of Vega Squadron. Back over top, Blizzy just farming away. He's level 6, 3 and 3, 1 and 2 here. 3 and 3 on skills 1 and 2 on Spawn, Spiderlings, and Spin Web. Blizzy just... this top of the CS chart. This is a Brood that can obviously take over the game. You're going to need more than just a Nyx to try and take this out. You send the Bounty Hunter over bottom again. They look for the Gyrocopter. There it is. The kinetic field comes out. Janata hits. Avalanche on. There's the toss. And 5-0 in favor of Vega. This is... oh, gosh. Blizzy gets the kill on Vanscore. Able to walk uphill. 6-0 in favor of Vega, and another web woven by Blizzy. Medallion finished off for Broodmother. No boots even had, which, I mean, 950 gold, you could just go back and buy boots, but might just finish off the Solar Crest. To be quite honest, they look over. They've got the Shackles here as well as the Hook. They'll finally find their first kill on the Bounty Hunter. They're still down 5 kills, still down 2,000 net worth, and over bottom, Undershock are gonna, as well as Sioma, are gonna push back LFT. Got the call down as well as the stun will double their amount of kills here, now to 2. And it's now 6-2 in favor of Vega. Still up 2,000 net worth, however. Was he just going to go straight to that medallion? Now looking for the Desolator next. And look at this tower. You got to send somebody over to defend it. Your answer just can't be Yol. Because this tower is getting shredded. And it's going to go down. Nobody rotating for the side of Suicide Team. And no deny either. So 6-2, 3,000 net worth lead. Tires Courier gets taken out. And dust under the tower. There's the hook. There's the kill with the Crypt Swarm, but Avalanche toss. Van score. One more shot will come in. Undershot gets the kill. Now they've got the glimpse on back under the tier 1 BCC, now trying to run away. The Thunder Strike is out. Undershot hitting hard. The toss, the tree toss as well. Fairy Fire to keep her alive, but this is very dead. Undershot. Still okay. Blizzy gets the kill on to Yol. They've got 2 heroes locked into the kinetic field. They look over at Undershock. I don't think they're going to get any of these. They look at this Terrorblade for just a moment. Sioma tossed up, and they'll get another kill on this side of Vega, 11-3. So 11-3, 3,000 net worth for Vega. It's just been a one-team show so far in this game, too. So Gyrocopter over bottom. Level 4 is this Bounty Hunter. And LFT unaware of the situation that he's about to be in as the smoke is out. The toss on forward onto the Gyrocopter with the kinetic field. I mean, this is an absolutely dirty combination, but the call down keeps him alive as Undershock not able to get close enough to really get that avalanche toss and then the double damage hit. Undershock, double damage, just continuing to push. He's going to go Blink Dagger this time around. Went Silver Edge last time. Take a look. Bounty Hunter, just about level 5, going Spirit Vessel first. Broodmother, already with Desolator ready to go. 10 minutes in, we switch it over to the net worth, and we do see Broodmother top by so much. I mean, wow, okay. Shadow top of the net worth, but hey, you missed that stun, and Spike Carapace is there just to keep you alive, but you don't have Spike Carapace, you're probably dead at that moment. So look at the Blink Dagger on Undershock. He could lead the way with that toss again like he has done in the past with the Disruptor, and then just blink in himself. Bounty just trying to farm up as much as he can to get that track gold, and then they won't need to really use that toss to throw the Disruptor, and they could just get the track and then the Glimpse, and Glimpse is level 3, so they've got the lockdown ready for the Disruptor. Meanwhile, Blizzy, Desolator on the way, and the Medallion. This is... oh boy. Yeah, this is turning into a Brood game where I don't know if Suicide Team are going to know what to do once Brood really starts fighting with the team. I mean, you've got a Brood that's so farmed up to the point where Terrorblade is getting space made for him. Track comes down on LFT. The homing missile through onto the Tiny. And they always hit because they are homing, but take a look over mid. Blizzy now forced to run. They're going to try maybe for a hook shot with Vanscore coming in, but unfortunately not able to find anything. So again, Blizzy just able to disrupt. He's able to continue to farm. Mask of Madness almost finished here for Blizzy. This is actually disgusting. This is a disgusting Brood game. Almost 2,000 net worth above the Gyro and the Death Prophet. Meanwhile, Undershot going for the Blink Dagger, not too far away. Avalanche comes down on LFT. But nobody following that up for right now. And Brood over in the Ancients just continuing to farm at quite an amazing pace. Compare that to Palantimos, who now has that Dragon Lance. This is right now, and it's only a 2,000 net worth lead, and I continue to talk about the fact that Vega is so far ahead, but they're only up 2,000 net worth. But the problem with that is that for the side of Suicide Team, that net worth falls on Nyx, who's gone to a Midas, a Death Prophet that doesn't even have Yules yet, and a Gyrocopter who is just now getting Mask of Madness. So, it just seems a little bit ridiculous. Just, I mean, only see this as a 3,000 net worth lead. If you take a look at the experience as well, that's about up there for them. And oop. Radiant's Courier goes down, so he doesn't even get that Mask of Madness. That's going to be the Quarterstaff gone. Metamorphosis trying to work on LFT. They'll get themselves the first kill. They look over at Vanscore. He's going to be tracked as well. The silence comes out on 2. Look at Blizzy just rip through this Death Prophet. Down he goes, and the glimpse back. Vanscore dies as well. Double kill for the Bounty Hunter. And this is all Vega right now. Somebody wanted Celine Dion. And I will always love you. I will always toss you. Brood. I don't know. I'm shoehorning. It's terrible. Mask of Madness now finished for Blizzy. Where do you go at this point? You've got a Gyrocopter without his courier for 2 minutes, 5 seconds. Which means no Mask of Madness for 2 minutes. Slows down the farm potential. Slows down the fighting potential. Palantimos continuing to farm up. He's almost got a Yasha. Broodmother here with the Mask of Madness on its way into the BKB next.
Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder.
Oh. Okay. Goodbye, y'all. He's got that Blink Dagger for Staff next. And over mid, Blizzy going in. BZZ in a little bit of trouble, but there's the Impale. You might have put yourself a little bit too far and played yourself, Blizzy. The hook's going to miss, and that is what's going to keep you alive. They're still looking for the Vendetta, still trying to come in. You've got the Spin Web, and oh, Shatchwell, so close, but now Blizzy's regen quite a bit with the track coming through on the Death Prophet. That's going to be an Avalanche as well as a toss on 2. Gyro forced to run away, but he glimpses back into the fight. They've already lost BZZ. You look over at LFT. He hits the deck next. 2 more dead, and there's the Blink forward with the track coming out on a Shatchwell. They want more. They've got Blink up in 6 seconds, just about for Undershock. Yo trying to get away, but in the trees. Is he going to be able to survive? Jason, where are you? Oh, Avalanche toss. Down he goes. Side of Vega acting like horror killers. Going into the trees and finding their victim. Throwing him up, killing him down immediately. Fortunately, there is no machete for either of these teams, so it's not really like a horror movie killing. It's almost a rock monster we're coming at you, but that hasn't been made yet. I haven't really seen that, except for like Tremors. That's not exactly the same as Tiny.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has rung its last bell.
Spirit Vessel finished off here for the Bounty Hunter. Alright, and he is level 10, has himself that level 1 in track. Down 8,000 net worth is the side of Suicide Team. Where do they really go at this point is the question. Double damage on Palantimos right into the Roche Pit with Metamorphosis. Coming over to Shatchwell, he might be able to steal this. Sentry Ward knows he's there. You might want to let him think that he's close, but he's got that Blink Dagger. They got to be careful. The Aegis is going to go down, but they're not able to pick it up. The Avalanche thrown forward. Spike Carapace used. They don't get the kill. He's able to waddle his way out. And oh, maybe I misspoke. Stun comes through as well as the Mana Burn. Shacho running away. And Gloomstomp back into the Static Storm. Silenced up, trying to TP away. Meanwhile, Vanscore gets the kill. He's able to just TP out. The damage not enough from this Terrorblade. Brood, how you doing? Treads, finally. Yeah, you know, whatever. That's cool. Top of the net worth, 1,000 net worth ahead of a Terrorblade. Going for an SNY. Taking this tier 2 tower away. Blink, Avalanche, toss, Spike Carapace to hold him in place. Shacho forced to use that Vendetta to scurry away. But still, goodbye is this tier 2.
Radiant's top tower just got sent to the bottom.
Really tight, Hunter.
So, I heard Avalanche toss somewhere. That's in the trees, into the jungle. Shadowblade coming out next. You have the Force Staff to work with. Meanwhile, Bounty Hunter, level 11. Doing a very good job right now. Guardian Greaves next, and really just trying to sustain the team. This is a utility Bounty Hunter, which is, you know, pretty much the case when you pick up Spirit Vessel like that. You're not trying to go into that 4th core role, because why even try at this point? You don't really need it. You got a farmed up Brood with the Aegis. Tiny's farmed up as well. And then Terrorblade, I mean, is Terrorblade. So even with the farm he's got and the lead he's got, I just don't see them losing this game, even if Brood were to somehow turn off. So they go to push over this tier 2. Again, nobody here to really defend this from the side of Suicide Team because they know they can't fight into the Aegis. They know they can't fight into the side of Vega Squadron. What do you even do at this point? You just kind of sit there and watch. Smoked up is the side of Vega, and I mean, is this kind of insult to injury? He's in your base. Oh, no. He's in your base, and nobody's doing anything about it. They're just going to take this tier 3. Nobody rotating over yet for the side of Suicide Team. They'll finally use the Glyph. There's the glimpse back onto the Death Prophet. Homing Missile going to be thrown at the Tiny as well as the Call Down. But this is not really stopping anything. You need to be able to get in there and stop these heroes from getting these kills. Ooh, Impale hits onto the Terrorblade. Tossed up and away from his Tiny teammate. And Blizzy has to be a little bit careful. Silenced up. There's the Sunder back to full health. Taking that health away from Sioma. Ulti no longer available, and whoa. And Blizzy, you gotta watch out. We'll take the tier 2 as well. They continue to find their farm. Finally an SNY, and the Mask Command is finished off for Gyrocopter, so LFT could be happy about that. Meanwhile, on BZZ on this Death Prophet just has Yules to work with. 3rd on the net worth in terms of cores on Suicide Team, 6 overall. I just don't exactly understand where their answer comes from. I don't know if they have an answer for this. Gyrocopter already well too far behind to make a difference in this game, it feels like. Palantimos just continuing to find farm. This is a Terrorblade with no pressure. You don't normally get a Terrorblade with no pressure, but when you do get those kinds of games, you got to cherish them. This huge lead, level 1 still in track now. Level 12 for Bounty Hunter. It's now level 2. They're making even more money on the side of Vega with each kill they get. So, Hurricane Pike soon enough here for the Terrorblade. That'll be disgusting. Then you've got Undershock with the Shadowblade. BKB is going to be coming out next for him, and Broodmother, of course, still going for the BKB. Going to pop that Clarity, put the Desolator. Oh, I'm sorry, the Desolator back in your pocket. And oh, over bottom. Track is out, and then the one more hit from Palantimos. Another track kill here for the side of Vega. What is that worth? 1 kill. 1,000 net worth swing. That's how much 1 kill is worth right now. It just... Oh my gosh. I mean, Gyro can do what he wants and get this farm and go for the BKB, but I do think the damage output from Vega is just too much. They've already got this tier 3. There's the buyback coming out from Nick's Assassin. Bottom set of racks are going to go down regardless of whether or not you're going to be able to stop this. I just don't know if they have enough to make a difference in this game. And there's the 4-staff away. BZZ getting very low, stuck in the kinetic field. They've got the Serpent Wards out. Blink on forward. Avalanche toss. Down goes BZZ. Got like no buyback for 47 seconds. Now they swap it over to head over mid. There's the tier 3 going down. They work at this set of racks. Again, where do you go? Satchelo thrown in, and actually a nice hook to kill off Undershock. That's a 9-kill spree. That might actually send Vega back. The chase is on. Palantimos still running away. He does have that Sunder. The glimpse back onto the gyrocopter. Blizzy starting to run. The homing missile comes out onto the bounty hunter. But let's see. Vega might look to just turn this game around. They could always look at the Sunder on the Van score. Was he not scared? I got 8 legs. I ain't scared. There's the glimpse on back on a Van score. The chase is on. The ulti used by Blizzy. Still trying to go in, but he's going to be hexed up by the Shadow Shaman. Getting low. BKB is going to be popped. And down goes Van score. And LFT forced to run away. BZZ just came back alive. I don't exactly know why you want to go in this fight despite having Exorcism. But we'll try that nonetheless. And there's the Yules to keep you alive a little bit longer. Oh, they get the kill on Terrorblade. He never even ends up using that Sunder. They'll kill this bounty hunter as well, and all of a sudden Vega just a touch sloppy. (21-7). A lot of gold going their way with those couple of kills. They also got the tiny kill, which that was a 9-kill streak. Oh no. Double damage again, BZZ, no! Able to use that Ghost Scepter to stay alive. Now they've brought LFT over. Away is the double damage. Here comes Van Score, and feeding himself is Undershock. Attempting to go after BZZ with the double damage. Got 9 slots here. I really want to just see 8 boots Broodmother one game. I mean, those feet are delicate, you know? Ooh, Shackles comes out. Shatro hitting away. They've also got called down. I don't know if they have the damage for this. They send Van Score back. They need a hook, but the BKB popped by Blizzy defensively just to try and run away. I think he might have been out regardless, but... Over to the shrine he goes, healing back up, going for the Blink Dagger. Let's take a look. Tiny needs that BKB, and then Terrorblade, he's okay. He's okay. They could go after Brood. That's fine. I'll just continue to farm as this non-bothered Terrorblade because everybody forgets about me, and now I'm going for Scotty, and I've almost finished it. You know? We're finally starting to take care of that Tiny, and that pesky Brood's BKB is getting, you know, low, 8 seconds. Oh. They have a Terrorblade too? Crap. Oh gosh. What do we do? We now have to take care of a Terrorblade that's getting very farmed. Second on the net worth, about to be outpacing the Broodmother, who had been such a nuisance for the early part of this game. As well as the fact that you don't have a bottom set of racks, you don't have a mid-tier 3. I'm not saying it's over. But Suicide Team need to have an MVP-style comeback of the ages, a secret-style comeback, if you will. 14,000 net worth lead. Still working on the BKB is this Tiny. Why is this Ogre Club? Just a little bit ways away. Let's take a look at the other side. Suicide Team.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
Yule's Ghost Scepter. Still under 10,000 net worth by a little bit. Gyrocopter at 14,000 net worth. So Gyro's starting to really pick up the pace in terms of farm. And I actually think that LFT might be able to bring back the side of Suicide Team if Vega continue to play as sloppy as they have in the last 5 minutes or so. Echo Saber picked up for Undershock. Not going to be that BKB. And let's see, are they going to be able to push in on this tier 3 over top? Starting to just posture for now. Threatening. They are pushing over mid as well, just continuing to farm up for now. They have this 10-second BKB ready for the Terrorblade, and that was instead of the Scotty. Double damage picked up, that's going to be bottled. Oh gosh. I'm sorry, Suicide Team, that's not fair. Couldn't it be a haste or something else? It's been so many double damages for the side of Vega. You almost start to feel bad for Suicide Team. Seriously. Like, I feel bad. That's not fair. I'd be mad. I'd be very mad if I were the side of Suicide Team. Another double damage? Are you kidding me right now? This is not fair. This is not right. So, 15,000 net worth lead, still just continuing to farm up. And looking ready to go. They have that gem on Undershock. Meanwhile, Broodmother still with the Aegis working over top, just continuing to push. And they're going to smoke and possibly come through the bottom of this base around the back. Here they come. Uh-oh, LFT and the rest of the side of Suicide Team. Blink Avalanche Toss. And now the BKB's popped by LFT with the call down coming out on for the big impale on the Terrorblade, as well as the Tiny. They might be in a little bit of trouble. They got to send Undershock back. He's going to be the first one to fall. BKB popped by Terrorblade. Needs a Sunder target. Finds it in Chatchlo. Will get the kill over there with the BKB still rolling. BZZ might be the next one dead, but he has this Spirit Siphon to keep them alive. All the while, Brood. Hey, you're tier 3. You're Ceterax. We'll extend this fight as long as possible. Continuing to run is the Bounty Hunter. You're losing your base, said team. And there's the melee racks. There's the range racks going down. Yeah, you got 2 kills. Down goes Undershock. Down goes the Bounty Hunter. But again, what are you getting out of this that really is going to work out? They'll lose Yule, and ooh, Terrorblade eats that cheese, and back to full health he is. The top Ceterax are gone. Down go the mid Ceterax thanks to the Bounty, or the Brood. No, not yet, actually. The Glimpse is back. The BKB popped by Blizzy. Looking like they're going to retreat at this moment. There's the Yules on to the Disruptor, and not going to be able to TP out. But that whole fight is fine. Okay, you lose 3. You guys lost a couple. You also lost the top set of racks. We're okay with that. Aegis was never popped on the Broodmother. Blizzy just trying to farm up this Butterfly. And Gyro doing the same. So Plantimos not dying in that last exchange, and now has himself 3,600 gold again, and queued up again is the Eye of Scotty. A Terrorblade at top of the net worth. When your problem the entire time has been the Brood, and all of a sudden Terrorblade is top of the net worth. Be afraid. Be very afraid. I'm sorry to be so mean, but I feel like even when you're winning fights over bottom, you lose almost your full set of racks over top, and mid in trouble. It's definitely an issue that they need to try and resolve. Butterfly comes out on Brood and Gyro at the same time. They are going to start to push over mid. And again, they come in. Here we go. Butterfly this time picked up for the Broodmother. KB down to 7 seconds for right now for this Terrorblade. It should be, what, 9? Either 9 or 8. It's at 9. There's the call down with the Impale coming in a little bit deep. Will be the side of Vega. The BKB popped by this Terrorblade and starting to hit away. Yo will get himself one. They look over the racks. Ooh, Hook comes in as well as the Dismember under the tier 4. Undershock tosses him back into the team. BZZ in a lot of trouble. The Sunder comes through from Palantimos, keeping him healthy. They take out this Tiny once again, who really hasn't been much of a problem for the side of Suicide Team. But there's the glimpse back onto BZZ. And they aren't able to kill Blizzy again. So, it just... Oh, wait, the fight's still raging on. Bounty Hunter forced to run away. There's the homie miss on him. You can't just be there forever, sir. You are invis, but that doesn't always work. Metamorphosis going to run out. Palantimos still continuing to try and run on forward. Buyback there from Bounty Hunter. And, ooh, force staff forward. Hex up by BZZ. They're still going in with the Spirit Siphon. Oh, he has Thunder available. There it is. And the BKB pop by Blizzy. They'll take out Vanscore. They look over at LFT. The buyback comes in from the Pudge. Oh, grabs his Terrorblade. Might get the kill. Down he goes. And the top net worth Terrorblade feeding himself. But it's all for the greater cause because there are no racks here for the side of Suicide Team. Let's take a look. They used to stand here. They have like little squiggly lines too. I don't even remember what they look like. One has a circle in it. I think it's this one over here. It's got like that circle. Let's take a look. What's... Nah, they're not helping. Not helping. You guys look different. Can make everything look a little bit better with a nice, you know, little tree over here. Ooh, Pudge getting low. Down to the tree toss. Undershot gets the kill on a Vanscore. And they lose another one. He bought back, so he's dead for a minute, no buyback. But they're still waiting for the Terrorblade. As well as the fact that Metamorphosis is down on cooldown for 25 more seconds, so... Undershock, who's farmed up, but not, you know, he's behind the Gyro and now the Death Prophet. Like, it just... He's not really the hero of importance. Yes, he goes in with the Avalanche Toss and does a lot of big burst damage, but after that, like, he's not really a problem. Although the hooks from Vanscore have been quite nice to lock him down. It just... I don't know. Undershock was good in the early parts of this game. He's 10-4 and 8. Nothing to take away from him. He was good early, has kind of been shut down a little bit later. He's not really as effective later. Really the ones you're worried about is Palantimos, and I'd almost stretch it to say maybe not Blizzy as much either. They're really able to hit Blizzy quite hard, especially with the Hex that's been picked up by the Death Prophet, and that was a good pickup. They're up against Mega Creeps, which is the problem for them right now, and I'd say if they had 2 sets of racks still standing, maybe they could bring this game back despite being down 15,000 net worth, but it's tough when you're up against Mega Creeps. They get that Aegis, they get the cheese. Refresher shard on the Tiny. Actually given to Terrorblade for the right reasons. You want Metamorphosis again, as well as the Sunder. And Creep's coming in. I don't really know what you do to defend this. You kind of wrap around that Ancient hoping that, you know, you're able to defend this space, but it's very hard to do. Shatchel here with the Ag, so luckily enough for him and the team, they're able to just kind of try and defend with that Spike Carapace and the Impale if they can land it on anybody. But they're just sending illusions in. They don't really care to move in too deep. As Palantimos here with the Scotty just continuing to farm up and letting the Mega Creeps really do the work while they wait for Sioma as well as the rest of the team to come on in. They've got Blizzy coming over. They're going to move over mid. Tier 4 is starting to take a little bit of chip damage. Vanscore doing all he can. He doesn't really have a lot of farm either. Gyrocopter. Whoa! Divine Rapier queued up. I'm kind of hoping they win the next fight so we can see this Divine Rapier. Or the push comes a little bit slower from Vega so he can get the Divine Rapier. But, I mean, it's still a little whiles away. And there's Link Avalanche Toss with Kinetic Field coming out. The Metamorphosis is going to be used as BKB comes out from LFT. Look at the top end of this fight. BZZ with the Spirit Siphon onto both Blizzy as well as Plantimos. But now he's in the middle of the fray with the Yules coming out, and the BKB is going to be popped. Fan scores the first one to hit the deck. They look over at Chatro. They'll take out BZZ. Now they look for more. Trying to get away is LFT, but he's going to be killed off the buyback from BCZ as well as LFT. They'll get themselves the kill on Chatro, who doesn't have buyback. There's the Shackles on the Bounty Hunter, but does that really matter? And now that Divine Rapier not coming back, or not coming anytime soon. The Sunder out on BZZ. He's forced to go back. There's the Avalanche, or just the toss coming through. Now the Avalanche comes out on LFT. He gets back. He's going to die. Down he goes. Down goes BZZ. GG's called, and Vega Squadron sweep this series 2-0. So, Vega. It was Blizzy who made the space for Plantimos. Blizzy dominating the early game. This was very well done from Vega. A new lineup that is starting to really spin their tires. They're looking really good. I like Plantimos in that carry role. Blizzy knows how to make himself space too. Undershock's really good. This whole team does have a lot of potential, and I really do think Vega Squadron's a team to look out for in the CIS region. Their first two results were losses, but since then, they've looked very tight, and they're starting to really gain that chemistry. And you take a look, 12-5 and 12 for Undershock. Plantimos 7-2 and 14. Never Dying was Blizzy, 7-0 and 8. Top of the net worth was actually Blizzy. Yeah, he took over on Plantimos. So Blizzy on that Broodmother, very effective in this game, very effective in game 2, taking the series 2-0 is Vega, eliminating Suicide Team, Yol, BZZ, Van Score, LFT, and Shatchlo, and that is it. And we'll be back with the next series in just a moment, which is... Oh, no, they're not eliminated. Suicide Team's not eliminated. Sorry. I spoke too soon. Nobody's eliminated yet. It's double elimination. The next match is Empire versus Vega. Or no, not Empire. I'm in a different group this time. Jesus Christ, this is awful. Empire versus the winner of Gambit or the Open Qualifier, or Spirit versus Vega. I'm not sure which one I'm going to cover yet, but we'll see. So we'll be back in just a moment. I'm your caster, BCop, at BCop92, BCop Casting on Twitch. See you guys later, and we'll be back in just a moment.